Nice.
Why is it asking if I want to make a comment?
Oh my god, is everybody actually ready?
Are we?
Only 10 minutes past start.
Are we about to game? Holy shit. We're fucking gaming, boys.
All right. Last week, you guys were... Well, I suppose the entire session was made up of combat. Previously, though, to provide some context, you were chased down by a mysterious silhouette behind you while you were traveling north through Thrain. And you opted to not go through the cities and instead skirt your way off to the east in order to make your way towards, oh boy, Valiost. But the silhouette kept following you, and so you eventually stopped to confront it. And who else came out of the cart that the silhouette turned out to be but Catalina, a woman whose name you learned during that encounter. The same woman that tried to imprison you all for having Fae in your group back in Danthaven. So, naturally, a beatdown occurred, but unfortunately, Catalina has escaped, and at the moment, while you were all kind of standing there, like, just soaking in the fact that she's gone and that you're all not in as much danger anymore, seemingly, although you never know if this... there may be more fireballs incoming from the distance. But as you look up, the cart that had the siege staff on it is being packed up very hastily and is starting to move away. And that's where we left off. Catalina has vanished after casting some sort of spell.
Who is fastest if I give them haste?
Give me it. Holy shit, give me it.
Currently still have it, but Nakareth would probably be the...
If you do that now, I have 100 foot per action.
Though
I cast.
Jesus
though,
H.
to
What?
be fair, I think
Hey,
we
you're
agreed
you're
to
still
fuck off and
concentrating.
leave the
Weren't
card
you still
alone.
tasting?
Yeah, we agreed to fuck off and leave the card alone in exchange for level 10.
Right, because normally you would only level up. Yeah, so normally you would only level up during a long rest. And I agreed that if we agreed that combat was over now, then I'd just let you level up now. Because leveling up mid-combat is a bit much. So I'm just having the guys drive off into the distance.
Yes, we pre-bargained this arrangement, and I do not regret it.
Unless you want to make a bunch of skill checks where Nakarth ends up very far away from the party with fireballs being thrown at him.
That's
that's a bad idea.
I couldn't make off one, but I can.
It's an option.
No, I say we just fuck off out of here.
As we're fucking off out of here,
so I will note as
Eric
well.
asks the party, does anyone else have a bag of holding in the party?
Nope.
Right there.
Cool.
All right.
Nope. Yes, I just bought one.
Oh, you bought one. Okay, sick. All right, I'm gonna remove that infusion then.
Well, I will note as well that during this last chase, you left all of your horses quite thoroughly exhausted, so they will not make a lot of travel progress today, if you attempt to travel.
Didn't we...
Yeah, we'll go easy on them today.
We had the full night's rest. Did that not take away some of that, or is
It
that
took away
only
some of it,
taking away
but
some of it?
they are still, I believe 2 of them are ready to go, and the rest have one level of exhaustion.
So they just are kind of unhappy.
They're pretty unhappy, yeah, and they will not be able to travel very fast.
They're very unhappy.
So they could go maybe a normal pace or no?
You would be at half pace with horses that are exhausted.
But, I mean, half pace is okay, because if they're going back to a fort, which assumingly they are, then we're probably not going to run into them immediately again. Right? It's probably
I think it's safe that we're...
I'm afraid they're going to get someone else from that tower.
Why don't we just? I mean, I don't think we have anyone after us right at the moment. Why don't we just give them a break today? Just have them rest for the day. No travel.
I agree with Karen.
Yeah, we could do that. We could swing that.
I don't like it
Why not?
because we are still very close to the bridge where they were able to pass unimpeded. I believe that they could probably get reinforcements there.
Easy
That's fair.
to take a day, but perhaps we just move very slowly.
Maybe we walk today. Walk along the
Yes,
horses.
give the horses a break, but do not stop entirely.
Yeah, we don't have to stop all the way. I agree with that. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, good medium point.
So I guess we'll walk today and along the horses instead of making them
Make
all
Dross pull the
tow
cart.
us.
Dross and Nala.
Yes, make Dross and Nala pull the cart.
Faster than the horses.
I don't know if I could do that. Maybe.
I bet you could do it enlarged.
Probably. It'd be hard. Honestly, though, this thing weighs so fucking much. It'd actually be so hard to pull it.
Yep.
It's basically
It's
like
easier.
it's basically like a semi pool.
I think Drost is equivalent to one horse, unenlarged, and there are 8 of them pulling it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they are beasts.
Maybe you can like go in
Drost was strong.
circulation and take one horse off at a time and then just put Drost or Nala in there. And just keep circulating and letting the horse rest.
We can just walk the horses just along.
So are you planning on just taking the horses at a slow pace then?
Yeah.
Yeah, at like a human walking pace.
Okay. Pull up the map then. So it was still pretty early in the morning when all of this happened because those chasing you, including Catalina, were waiting for evening to pass and for the sun to appear before they engaged in combat with you. So it's very early morning. You guys get a full day of travel in for sure, but as I said, the horses won't take you very far. So where are you going? You heading along the roads, or are you trying to cross the lightning rail into the wood? What's the plan?
We want to
I
try
don't
and cut
think
through that forest.
I believe in the past the lightning rail we've considered a risk too great to cross. Like when we made the sidetrack into where was it? Windshire? The Duskwood? No, where did we stop and see the witches?
Yeah, well, we were heading up
No,
to
it's a
Duskwood
Duskwood.
to...
Wait, y'all
Okay,
saw
yeah, yeah.
witches? What?
Oh, hags.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
right.
Yes, it was the whole thing.
Yeah, they were not. That was not a pretty encounter. That was
Yeah, I in fact took their hands to make these tattoos.
What a sentence.
Anyway.
It's just awkward
could
silence.
very
Yeah. Wow. Huh. When you forget your teammates just cut off something's hands to make something out of it.
Like with the house burning down and like everything crumbling around you, just quick, Drost, cut off these hands real quick. Like
Okay.
on the way
Yo,
out.
but we made some dope
Cut off their
tattoos.
He did.
hands.
It worked.
They did make some dope ass tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. But yeah, we left the cart somewhere along here, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere in there.
Because it was too much of a pain in the ass to cross.
I guess we can avoid crossing it again.
But that is going to take us very close to Silvercliff Castle, and she's probably going to send word to someone.
Yeah, exactly. That was my main reason of wanting to get through the Silver Woods, hoping that it would help us avoid.
As much as I hate to say this, do we have to abandon the cart?
Absolutely
Oh, we
not.
could get it.
No, absolutely not.
That
No way.
seems foolish.
This thing is too valuable.
Okay, but is it worth all of our lives?
Yes.
I mean, what?
Yours, not mine.
You would die with me, Drost.
Unlikely.
I mean, we beat her once. We can do it again.
Can we beat her and an entire regiment?
I think we can make it
Yes.
past them.
Yeah.
Listen, we got at least one more fight with her. Maybe more.
Yeah,
She's a
but
resilient fucker.
now is probably not the time. We're in a very bad position.
Yeah, no, we're waiting for another
Yes, we can.
another arc or two.
We can take another rest before we look to
Faye winked at the
encounter
camera.
Yes.
We'll need it, that's for sure.
Yes. But for now, I think we can make it past them.
Okay.
So you're sticking to the roads then?
And if we are wrong, we simply die a glorious death.
With this chode on the
I
road.
guess we're sticking to the road.
All right. That's where you get in one day. Boop. Little chunk of progress. And the day progresses, the weather clears up quite a bit. It's no longer the rainy, misty atmosphere that was over the last day and this morning. The clouds begin to part, and there's some sun poking through here and there. It's a lot warmer of a day than it was yesterday, but you don't encounter much traffic on the road. And thankfully, those of you who would be keeping watch wouldn't see anything off in the distance. No mysterious silhouette this time, no carts in pursuit. I feel like, for now, if they're coming after you again, they're definitely regrouping, at least first. So you've got a chance to escape.
Yes.
But for the meantime, you seem safe. And so Nala pulls the wagon off the road into the snow for a little bit so that you can all set up camp. And so it is now evening.
Did we get a day of downtime just now? Yeah, we did, because that was in the morning.
That would be a day of research downtime, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I read through Tim the Enchanter's spellbook? See what I can pick up?
You warned me you were going to do that, and I forgot to do anything with it.
Follow through.
Yeah, I'll say you can read through it, and I'll try and remind me between sessions to come up with a list of spells that's in there. But I'm assuming you're looking for rituals specifically. That might be easier.
Yes, particularly ritual spells, and also the particular wording of every single spell he wrote, and also any fun notes he might have written, and doodles.
Okay.
Anything 9th level or higher is optimal.
Yeah, if you could just give me the ability to cast it as well.
Like Wish? Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as a more serious note, at one point in the day... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
I will look up from some notes I'm making in my book and say to the group, so I have finished this idea which could probably protect us decently well. I've signed my name here, and if 3 of you sign your names, once per day, whoever would die would get a second chance at life, which seems fairly efficient.
Indeed.
Excuse me?
How many?
There are spots for 3 more people.
3 more. Who's most likely to die?
Well, I have my death ward, but I mean, I think Faye and Nakarth are most likely to die.
I think so as well.
Yes, I get in a little over my head frequently.
So Leroy, if we sign this every day, we just have one death ward on us?
Well, I believe that it would be linked between the 4 of us, so it's not that all of us could go down. But
Whoever
yes,
goes
it
first.
seems that would work.
My God, that's incredible.
That's extremely powerful.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good.
would happily rest my little
I as
feet
well.
on that hill.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. So that's 1 more.
So, Leroy, the book has Feign Death and Gentle Repose in it. I believe you still need inks and stuff to copy that down. I don't remember exactly, but if you don't, then you can go ahead and copy those down.
I believe I need the inks and stuff, so we'll need to stop in at a shop.
All right.
Fair enough.
I'll take a note of that.
I think we need to buy some equipment at Thalios. That's the name of the next town, right?
Thalios is the next town. Ooh, that might not be safe, but we have no choice.
I can go in under a disguise, but
Yes.
we need to get some supplies to make this a boat, don't we?
Yes, we need materials.
I
Yeah, we
believe-
still need the wheel and the elemental thing.
Oh, you're
I
right.
believe so.
That boat juice.
We didn't buy the most important
That boat
components.
You
Jesus
need
Christ.
buoyancy fluid.
I'm really sorry.
Buoyancy
Yes,
fluid.
buoyancy fluid.
What's that, blinker fluid? I
Mhm.
mean, we can look.
It's right next to that in the aisle.
Essentially.
Perfect.
I will say the first night that we rest, you guys see Carrick tinkering on his previously boots of Elvenkind. They no longer have that camouflage to them, and they have little wings now.
Nice.
Nice.
Any other activities for the evening that anyone wants to get through?
Dross seems slightly taller, which is weird because he was already 9 feet tall.
Sure.
Did you get bigger?
Voice get lower.
I maxed my roll.
He did.
I'm 10 feet tall.
What the fuck?
I literally hit level 10 and grew an entire foot.
Yep. We'll
How?
say, for narrative, after Drost unenlarged during that last fight, he just didn't shrink down as much as he normally did.
Yeah, I just stayed slightly bigger.
I hope this can work in the opposite direction, though. Oh no.
I will say, I mean, anyone with the Enlarge Reduce spell always has the power of Tiny Drost.
Alright, you
Would
fuck.
have to be accompanied by high voice Drost.
Time to make Tiny Drost for the next fight.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Tiny Dross would still be like 5 feet tall.
True.
There's a step in between, okay? There's a small draw step in between. We don't go straight to time.
True.
Mm-hmm.
If we all prepare and cast Reduce on Drost,
They do not stack. You have a potion of diminution, though.
That would be
Oh, yeah.
amazing. That would be amazing.
Imagine if he just resisted all reduction magic. He just can't get smaller.
flashbacks to the Minish Cap.
Reduce Dross to tiny size, and then somebody can catapult him into combat.
Holy shit.
Oh my.
Fastball special draw.
Holy
That's
shit.
actually amazing. Ant-Man shit right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm actually into that one.
Any other changes that party members have gone through upon ending that fight? Anything that people want to describe narratively? All right, then who is taking watch? I will ask. I already know the answer.
Hello.
Carrick will take watch tonight.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alright.
So are you, Leroy? Are you staying up with Carrick, or are you gonna just let him take
Yeah.
first watch?
I'll stay up.
Okay. Well, I guess you don't sleep anyways, do you?
Yeah. Nope, didn't get rid of that. I sacrificed damage.
All right. So Carrick and Leroy, you guys have first watch. Go ahead and roll me that perception, please.
I roll at advantage as Carrick pulls up these Hawkeye like lenses up to his eyes.
And I'm gonna spend the night fiddling around and making, out of whatever like scrap iron we have around, like a bell.
A bell.
Yeah.
It's 21 for Carrick.
Okay. A bell.
It's just a.
You have Smith's tools proficiencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say that's doable. It's not a terribly complicated thing to create, unless, I mean, I'm assuming you just need something pretty simple.
Yeah, it's just a visual component for Toll the Dead, because I'm going to be using that.
Okay. So Leroy makes a cowbell. That is canon.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's a little bit lower in tone, but yeah, it's a cowbell.
That you just...
Cowbell.
you
That's
just-
interesting. I didn't know you were musically inclined.
I got a disease.
Well, you know, I've been thinking a lot recently. Thought that maybe I'd try another way to hurt people while we're fighting.
Thinking about cowbell?
Clang! I'm just gonna cast it at him.
Oh boy. I guess
Um,
make a wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a natural 5.
Natural 5, alright.
Oh.
6.
Plus
Have you
18.
Are you below max health right now? Or are you leveled up?
I'm leveled up.
Okay. So you just take 5 necrotic damage as the sound of this bell like pierces your skull.
Ow.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that might be, and if you'd been hurt, it would have done even more.
I see.
Sorry if that was untoward.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fairly neat. I've been considering trying to make it for a little while now.
I recently made something new myself as he holds up his Eyes of the Eagle infusion, and he's just like, it's definitely going to help me see better. Maybe next time we have someone following us, I'll actually be able to see who they are.
Oh, yes, that's very useful. We wouldn't have to surmise that way.
Yeah, I think that knowledge would have been helpful that whole day.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. I totally remembered something. As we sat down to make camp for the night, Drost would have pulled out his homemade tattooing kit
Oh.
and started to put another just start marking or finishing up unfinished runes on his skin. Because I got a 4th rune.
Nice.
So now he's got, let's see, head, chest, back, and 2 arms.
Carrick would want to know what those runes mean because he's trying to learn runes from you as his downtime right now.
Yep.
This is for the frost giants. It means strength, but in it is the you, you know standing out in the cold and an icy wind. It does not move you. Is this kind of thing. It is more of a story than a single word.
See. Interesting. Good to know.
Yes, it is also chilling ice, forever ice that does not melt even in summer. It's a story, a good story.
I see.
Fascinating.
It's quite the story.
Indeed.
Well, not yet, but I'm almost done.
Hold on, I'm getting a call, guys. Be right back.
Okay.
Let's make some more talks. Whoa, whoops! Accidentally stole a bit of Dross voice there. Let's make some more small talk while God has a conversation with somebody.
You know, Drost. I think maybe one day I might ask you to give me a tattoo. Doesn't have to be any magical sort of thing. Just
I've gotten pretty good at it. My clan elder did most of my head and neck back when I came of age. And, I improved it. That's where my strength comes from, the strength of my people.
You see where the quality drops significantly is where I began improving.
Nice.
I wonder if I'm ever gonna get something that makes me feel as powerful as you guys.
Powerful?
I just feel like all I'm getting is like another spell here and there, and I see y'all transforming. It's cool, but I just
Oh, well, it's all flavored. Technically, the runes are supposed to be inscribed on armor, but I just kind of flavored it into living
armor.
tattoos. Yeah. He's
Oh,
turning. He's just as slowly turning his body into a weapon.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that. I don't mean like the literal transformation. I just think like kind of the way the kits of some of your classes seem to evolve seems like really significant in a way where I just feel like mine has been more of like a slightly linear climb.
next level, Charlie, you get some dank ass shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get 6-level spells, and with 6-level spells, you get some pretty cool shit.
Oh yeah, if you want a literal transformation, there's always Tensor's perfect transformation.
Nice. Yeah, my interestingness is going to start dropping off when I hit 13th level, because from 13 to I think endgame, most of what warlocks get is a single spell slot. It's like you get a 6th level spell, and now a 7th one, right?
Yeah.
Not that I mind that, because I'm going to be progressing with feats at 12 and then 16 when we finally get into the plane hopping stuff. But yeah, I think it's a lot about just like I just change stuff up because all that versatility stuff he gives us lets me.
I think subclass wise, I only have 2 changes from here on out. That's it.
I definitely changed
and one
up
at 18.
Actually, yeah, let me look. The
Yeah, I
later
changed up a few
levels.
Carrick's infusions at this level. Yeah, I'm trying to change the subclass.
I think I've only got really one more big transformation. when I get the body of the astral self.
Yeah, my class features going forward are Mystic Arcanum, Ability Score Improvement, Mystic Arcanum, Create Thrall, which is neat, Mystic Arcanum, ASI, Mystic Arcanum, ASI, and then Capstone.
Nice.
Create Thrall probably won't get much use out of me, but hey, maybe.
Some of spells are
Great.
dope. I'm like looking at the shit Charlie gets next level.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet. It's probably gonna be fun.
At 11th level, I'm gonna have 50% more spells per day, or 33% more because my dope staff.
Nice.
Well, per short rest.
Yeah, 50%. No, these are once per day.
Oh, the Mystic Arcanum, right.
Yeah. But hey, that's plus 4 spell slots per day for big shit. Of course, I think I have to call my shots on those. Yeah, it's not like I just get a 7th level spell slot. It's like you can cast Plane Shift.
This spell, yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! Can I take Plane Shift for
not new. That's smart.
Warlock?
Holy shit! I don't know why, but it would be the term.
Neither do I. Why would you ever know why?
At least I get wings at level 14. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's a lot better than being able to
That's-
mind control someone for a little bit.
The wings, fucking cool.
It's alright.
Especially because, as a shapeshifter in general, I would assume it's canon that you can just change how they look on a whim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking cool.
See, I get Body of the Astral Self at 11th level, Awakened Astral Self at 17th, but I also get shit like Diamond Soul in between.
Oh wow. Okay, so Circle of Death.
Oh,
It's
Diamond
just a-
Soul, Timeless Body. Sorry.
No, I'm just casual 60-foot or radius sphere around me for 8d6 necrotic.
Circle of Death is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, I can indeed take Plane Shift at 7th level, which means that's definitely what I'm going to take, because no one else is going to take that, probably.
I was thinking
That'll be
about
my
taking it.
13th level.
Ashley might be able to take it.
Oh, true.
Milos and I get spell storing items next level, so that'll be fun.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Give both of those to Leroy.
Please. Please. I need spell slots, especially since I just made my cantrip basically 2 damage worse per round, or 4 damage worse per round.
Please, sir, may I have some spells?
I did.
No.
No, you may
I
not.
was trying to think of a good way to follow that, but just no. I can't.
You may not. You may not have more spells.
No. Thank you for asking.
It's alright. Push it up.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take Plane Shift.
No way.
Let's see.
Sick.
What does that do?
It lets us change which plane we're on.
Dude, this guy,
Lets you
we're
shift
outta
which
here.
plane you're on.
Yeah.
Okay,
like-
I guess that should have been more self-explanatory to me. I
If
think
we're
I
like-
barely can comprehend that.
So it like
Dude,
if, for example, something shows up at a later point where it's like, we have to go to Dalcor. Is that the name of the plane where the Kyori are from?
Dakior.
Yeah. So
Yep,
if something
not
shows
go
up
to
and
the
it's like,
nightmare plane, but yeah.
we have to go there for some reason, I can be like, Hark, we're there. Or if something drags
More
us into
likely we'll have to-
plane,
I feel like more likely we'll have to go to the Demon Plane.
yeah, that would probably be the next thing we'd have to handle. But But yeah, if we have to go there or get out of there, if something drags us in, if we're 13th level, I can do that.
The demon.
So Jordan's making notes to do that before 13th level, if he was listening.
He mentioned
this
at one
phone
point
call was all up
that
front.
yeah,
Seeing what we'll do when left to our own devices.
He already mentioned something about the infernal plane or whatever. So
Yeah.
there's already shit happening
that's
on those lines.
That's in the books.
when we were working out whether I was going to take that ASI or the feat for 8th level, he told me like the second half of the campaign is going to have a lot of plane hopping in it, but until then, there won't be a good story reason to include those feats.
True.
So
okay.
At 12th level, I'll probably just take both feats and redact the ASI. Unless we still haven't started that yet, which would be a bummer.
So nothing right now.
But whenever it happens,
prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Good to know that we have stuff lined up for it.
Mm-hmm. And planning a character is so much fun.
Really is though.
Yes,
Also, just the fact that I could take True Polymorph at level 17 and just become a Planetar with 27 charisma would be a lot of fun.
Is it
That would be
what that
hilarious.
weird bird thing was?
What's that?
Is it what's a planetary? 'Cause I feel like I heard that.
It's what she turned into last session.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's a blue
Angel.
thing, yeah. George, I like that list.
What? I don't know whether I should swap Radiant Weapon with like Goggles of Night though, because
Ooh, you
I can't
should
see in
bring
dark.
enhanced weapon back at this level because now that we're at level 10.
yes, I have
+2.
Enhanced Weapon.
Yeah, and that one's not attunement either, so it's really good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
am
I think
attuned
I
to a
changed.
total of like 1.5 things,
Nice.
so I'm not worried about attunement slots.
I return.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Sorry about
we
that.
There's
didn't
some really good
metagame at
infusions
all.
that require attunement.
That's fine.
I have planned out my Mystic Arcanum up to 13th
Nice.
level.
It's good use of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we left off with Watch, I believe, right?
Yes.
I mean, no, it was morning and we didn't roll poorly.
Karik got like a 20-something, if I remember correctly, so you should be fine.
Yeah, 21.
And yeah, speaking of, Karik, you're testing out this new thing for the first time, these new goggles that grant you this enhanced vision, and it feels like the perfect night to test them out. The clouds have really cleared out. There's one of the largest moons is directly overhead in the sky, giving you lots of light, and there's not any rough weather that would cause any obstruction. So you feel like you can see farther than you've ever seen before. And as you look out across the horizon and up and down the road, you don't see anything coming all night. It's pretty quiet out. Almost suspiciously quiet. But it's still quiet. So there's nothing coming to attack you. Well, at least for your watch.
After a few hours, Carrick's gonna say to Leroy, "Alright, I'm gonna nod off. If you want to attune to these, you can give them a try, but..."
Oh, your eagle eyes.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll worry about them. I've had limitations on my attunements in the past. Thank you for the offer.
I see. No problem. So I'll just put him back on his neck and head to bed.
Good night.
Alright.
Night.
Can I get another roll from you, please, Leroy, for the remainder of the evening?
I press C 3 times. There we go.
Alright. So you've no longer got Karik assisting you and looking off in the distance with his eagle eyes, and you're back to your maintaining a watch while also making progress on your research. Slightly distracted, but magically aided. Similarly, the night is quiet. You feel like you get a lot of research done and nothing disturbs you at all during the night. The sky gets clearer and clearer as the night progresses, as the previous day's weather clears out across the horizon. And as dawn breaks, it is an empty blue sky. It's almost blinding when dawn breaks because of all the snow around and nothing to block the sun from just reflecting directly off the snow at you. And so you all awake the next morning.
Nice.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You seem particularly chipper. Has anything changed?
I just got a good night's sleep is all. And had some pretty sweet dreams myself.
What
Good
sort?
to know.
I don't know, I was
Good
just
to
dreaming
know.
about myself coming up with a brand new song and hanging out with Juno. Juno was the same, like, nice, young, amazing girl, and it was just nice. It was just a nice dream. It was just peaceful, was all.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just realized we got a new cantrip at this level.
Yep.
Wait, we got a new cantrip at this level?
Certain
Holy
classes do.
shit!
Milo and
I completely forgot about that.
Yes, check out my bell. I
You
might
have a
find a better
cowbell?
one.
Is that the cowbell?
I'm sure that a cow could wear it. I may find somebody who's better at bell making, but this will serve us for the moment.
That sounds super cool.
I agree.
So where to next, y'all?
I
Don't
think we were just
everybody
following
jump
the
at once
road.
now.
I think we were just following the road down towards Silvercliff Castle,
Yes,
and
well,
then up to Faliost.
if we're not,
Alright.
if we're just sticking to the road, there's only one way to go, I suppose.
Did anybody
Oh yeah, I guess
see?
you're right. Cutie, are you attacking the mattress?
Did anybody see which way the bitch went when she left?
Into
Yes,
the
she went
air.
magic.
She went invisible is what she went.
Oh, thank you. That's not helpful at all.
Well,
To-
what the fuck you supposed to
Exactly.
like I don't have
The
magic
card that we
eyes
can
that
see
sees
leaving.
where she goes once she goes invisible.
You could
'Cause
see the
she
card leaving. You
disappeared.
found
So,
people. Where
to
did she
describe
go?
it a little bit better, for those of you who I'm sure all of you would have had your attention focused on her when she left. It was pressed for time, so I didn't give a crazy description, but rather than just blinking out of existence, it was almost like when she finished casting and also did the counterspell to counterspell the counterspell, etc. It was like the air behind her rippled and kind of tore open slightly in a weird way, and then she kind of like fell through it, and then it closed again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Trust
whatever
fell
happened,
through it. Love it.
just like backwards
All
fell into
spikes sprouted from her chest instead.
it.
Okay, so we don't have any idea where she went
No, you just know she went somewhere.
with the trust fall.
But I believe your boy took scrying last night. Or the
It's
night
your
before.
boy, Tiny Penis.
That's the
Wow.
one, but it's made of metal, which probably doesn't make it much better.
That sounds painful, to be honest.
It really does. It's brass, so it's supposed to kill
Nope.
bacteria or something,
Nope.
right?
Holy shit.
Um,
Nope.
No, that's copper.
nope,
That's
nope.
copper.
Copper. Oh,
Nope.
never mind.
Change conversation. Change it. Change it right now.
I'll kill the bacteria in you. You have a yeast infection?
Stop,
Don't worry, I'll
stop,
take care of
Stop.
that.
Stop. Kill it.
I'll clean you right out.
So D&D.
You shut the fuck up right now. Jesus. Can we
I like your
purge
friends,
this
Nick.
channel real quick? Can we
Can we get a fucking priest in here?
No cleric. In the
Best I
party.
can do is Faye, sorry.
Nothing. Face bad news.
Literally the most degenerate of us. Alright.
Yeah, so
Untrue, but point taken.
I have scrying that we can try to stalk her with.
Let's stalk her.
I think we gotta let her go for now. She'll come to
We
us.
should check if she is actually coming back anytime soon.
Yes, it may be worth keeping tabs on her just from a security standpoint.
So is anybody going to attempt some sort of spell?
Well, I don't have scrying, so I'm not gonna do it.
I will spend one spell slot to do that.
To scry?
So I will attempt to scry on her.
Okay. Let me pull up the spell.
There you go. Oh, info. There you go.
Perfect, thank you.
And
So,
I would say
You have met
that
the target. I don't know if you know the target well, but you have met the target.
I
You
think
don't
I know her
have
pretty well. I learned her name.
You don't have a likeness or anything like that. Okay. So Leroy finishes casting this incantation, which doesn't take long, I don't believe. Right? No, it is a 10-minute cast time. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And do you have a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces?
Oh, I do not. But man, it was a cool ritual.
Yes. At the very last step of the ritual, Leroy realizes he is missing a critical component to the spell.
Damn, I forgot to download the actual libraries.
So Leroy will
I'm
need
going-
a crystal ball or a silver mirror, something worth 1,000 gold pieces that is meant for scrying.
Ooh, gosh, 1,000 gold pieces.
Scry is
this
very
awkward.
It doesn't get
Very
consumed,
strong.
though, right? So
It
that
is not
means
consumed.
as soon as he gets
Oh.
one, he'll be able to cast it whenever.
Yes, he just
Yes.
needs it to be able to
I
look
could do
through.
that.
Yes.
Which is better than the ones that actually consume your components, and you're like, well, fuck, now I need to go get it again.
Okay, Heroes Feast, anyone?
Heroes Feast.
Yes, so perhaps next time we are in any civilized town, we will need to make a small investment in my magical components.
I think
And-
that's a good idea.
I will swirl my staff around and have some energy free to recharge that spell slot I spent.
All right.
How many revivified diamonds do you have, Faye?
I just have one's worth.
Okay.
I know where that ability is on this sheet. I know I have it.
Kitty.
How do you determine that?
What?
One's worth.
Oh, a diamond's worth?
No, it was a shitty joke.
Oh, I see. I'm distracted. Still thinking about brass dick.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine how heavy that would be. Or don't.
I don't wanna.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, it looks like I don't actually have the regain a spell slot feature for my staff anywhere on my character sheet.
That's okay.
But-
You know you've got it though, and
I
it's once
remember.
per yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. It's just a reaction 1 out of 1, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in a weird place, but I found it. There we go.
Cool. All right. Anything else in the morning before you guys depart?
I don't think so.
Nope.
No, nothing else. But oddly, I feel like playing an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, I wonder why. All right. So Nala will continue to drive the vehicle down the road. Make it. We.
How are the horses today?
They seem pretty much fully recovered this morning. And as you travel, they seem to be back to their normal speed. They just needed a couple good nights' sleep. So the day is pretty clear today. You feel pretty confident that you can see for quite a distance around you, and again, doesn't seem like anybody is around. You can barely in the distance see something on the horizon to the southeast that, by your map, you would assume is Silvercliff Castle, but it's just a barely like a dark shape on the horizon. You can't even make out the size or shape of it. But like I said, judging by the direction, you kind of know what it is at least.
New base, guys?
No, chances are they might be waiting for us at the bend. We want to scout ahead and perhaps take another way around, or just
Going ahead might not be a bad idea.
indeed.
Please tell me what other way around is there?
Through the woods.
Over the lightning rail.
I mean,
To grandmother's house we go.
Just look ahead to see. Right? It's better to be prepared. Or we could not be prepared.
I just don't see how we're gonna get the cart over. Like, if we want to go into the woods, be prepared to leave the cart.
Yes. But we should look.
Alright. Well, if you want to cast invisibility on me, I can take a peek. Invisibility and haste in a car.
I can haste you.
Invisible super speed scout.
TF2 with lag.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
What?
Real though.
What?
Someone's roommate.
Oh.
I'm just being a shit and repeating what that person said.
Yeah, I do that all the time. On account of being a shit.
I could either
I
haste
love
you,
being a shit.
or I could cast invisibility on myself and fly there.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Yeah, I guess you flying would probably be better than overland.
I cannot
Mm,
go.
that way we could cover both.
This is all on you.
I got haste
Oh.
to give. That's all. Not my forte.
All right. So you twin haste us, and we can fly invisibility.
We just got to get there in a minute.
Captain Planet. I believe it. We're making it
We're
happen.
fast though.
We are fast. We are very fast.
Very fast.
I can move 300 feet around easy. Fly, you can probably move what, 360?
Well, I'm using my winged boots, so it's my normal walking speed. But I mean, overdrive, that's like 45. So 45 times 3 is like 135.
Where are you proposing flying to?
Checking the bend for any reinforcements.
Oh,
Right,
cool.
Josh?
Oh, good save.
That's what the inside.
Nice save.
Do you think that we could potentially purchase a sufficient component for my scrying spell at the Silvercliff Castle, or one of us could go in?
I
In
could
a wild
probably
time to
hear
want to
something.
do that.
Is it a place to purchase things, or is it a defensive outpost?
Oh, I think perhaps it'd be worth an inquiry.
What if they've been told to watch out for us by the lady?
I did
And
consider that.
we walk into
So,
detainment.
Faye would
Well,
be aware of Silvercliff Castle, being from the area. It is not so much a military encampment as it is a very old royal family's castle.
Okay, they do not sell things there,
But they might be very rich.
so we could steal something.
Interesting plan. I don't know if this is the time to pull off a heist of your meagerly priced spell focus.
We are a
Nico.
little.
Wait, y'all want to do a heist?
No,
Well,
no, we don't.
Hold on.
I mean, we do need some gold.
Isn't that what bad people do? That doesn't sound right.
I'm
No,
not.
What
I'm
if,
not
what if
proposing a
these good
heist.
people
Jokes,
need
Eli.
that money?
Just jokes.
I'm
Oh,
not
usually
saying
for bad
that
people
people-
already.
All right,
They're
sorry.
good people.
I'm sorry. I got a little serious there. Haha. Good joke.
I understand that you have certain quandaries with options that we consider. But really, we're not outstandingly moral people. We just have a job to do, which is saving the world.
Well, that sounds like a hero's job.
Well,
So shouldn't we act like heroes and like?
No.
I think that there's some serious subtlety that goes on there.
Heroes. have a
Listen,
tendency
y'all gotta
to
give me
die.
like some decent material for my songs, or else you guys are gonna sound like villains if all you guys do are heists and drug deals.
Of course, but you could say that we liberate objects from other villains, or I mean villains generally.
Just make them.
We fight oppression and
We do fight
genocide.
oppression and genocide. We nearly
Ooh.
finished beating that woman to a bloody pulp when she was racist.
Eli starts taking down notes. He's like, yeah, go on.
Carrick like stands up and does a pose, and we fight for our friends.
Oh my god, stay in that pose. Give me 1 second. I need to like sketch it out so I can copy it. Thanks for playing along with me, guys.
Carrick fixes his hair.
This is the point of D&D.
Yes, and we do whatever we please and do not take the law into consideration.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
we do whatever we need to do. It's
Yes.
different.
No, usually not.
Okay, well, we have different approaches.
Eli leans into Faye. Hey, so is Dross like secretly a bad guy or something? Or is he like a bad guy that you guys have dirt on, so that's why he's helping you?
Oh, Dross? No, he's kind of the opposite. He's a big softy. He just comes across like a, big stack of bricks and potatoes.
Wait, that guy's softy? Really?
Yeah, he's sweet. He can be gentle.
Oh,
Don't ever tell him I said that.
no, your secret's safe with me.
Perfect.
Me and my shitty passive perception hear none of this.
Carrick heard everything and agrees.
Absolute
Flat 20 passive
garbage.
perception.
What's my passive perception? I'm pretty sure it's not high. Oh, we have expertise in perception, so maybe it is high. Where do you find that? Features? Attributes.
I don't know
Oh,
where to find
on
that.
Foundry? No idea.
Yeah.
I think it's under
Alright.
attributes.
D&D Beyond, it's just there.
D&D Beyond.
Under attributes on Foundry.
Whoa, this isn't it.
Oh, you're looking for your passive?
Open the web page.
Under attributes on Foundry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just your modifier.
Yeah,
Like,
so
It should be 10 plus your perception
yes,
plus proficiency.
on
if you
Foundry, next to the skill in parentheses at the end of that line is your passive in that skill. So,
Oh, I see it.
Eli has
Oh,
a passive 18
my
acrobatics.
passive perception is 22.
Oh,
Oh wait,
shit.
no,
Better than
17.
mine.
17.
Oh, mine's 19.
I was gonna
Yep,
say
that's
20.
everything. Neat.
Noise.
That's pretty good. Normally all my characters are like really low perception.
We have a lot of high perception in this party.
Nice.
And then
Head
we
on a
have the
swivel.
person who sits guard every night.
Yep. I believe
I get
Milos and Karak are tied at 20.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
I'm at 14.
Hi there.
Hello?
So
Oh
during
no,
this
I'm talking to the
conversation,
baby.
Oh, you're talking about the cat.
you guys would have seen Nala oddly. I mean, he's normally pretty quiet, but now he was just silent and unmoving. And say Milos and Karak would notice his eyes are closed as well.
Oh, Nala's about to try and kill us again.
Well, I'll take out my crossbow. No.
Sorry,
Oh,
unzips.
All right, you aim at him. I'll see what's up. Okay, Milos.
Sounds good.
Carrick just kind of walks up to him and just like shakes him like carefully, like
He's meditating, by the way.
Nala, wake up.
Once you touch him, his eyes open and a hand reaches up to grab your arm, and then he kind of blinks and looks around like he was taken by surprise that his mind was somewhere else. Oh, sorry, Karak. You startled me.
What were you doing with your eyes closed?
Cutie, get that out of your mouth! Get that out of your mouth!
I was trying something new. I am seeking inspiration from nature, but it's coming to me in a different way than I thought it would. It seems that I can... It's hard to describe. I don't have the right words for it, but it's almost like the surrounding area becomes part of me, and I can understand it better.
Oh my god, he communes with plants and animals.
Nothing interesting for now, I mean, besides the effect itself, but it doesn't seem like anything dangerous is about us tonight.
I see. Sorry I startled you.
Oh, it's fine. I sort of startled myself by that effect even happening.
Keep up the good work. I think it's a good thing to commune with nature.
I'm seeking the stability of nature.
Did he take a level in Druid?
He is a totem barbarian, so he just gets that at level 10.
Oh.
I mean,
Still sounds like it, though.
they're basically the druid barbarians, though, so it makes sense.
Makes sense. What a good kitty. Yeah.
He also goes over to Juno, just kind of scratches behind Juno's ears and says, I'm sorry I've never tried to speak with you directly, friend, but... And he is speaking with animals, with Juno.
Aww.
Just wanted to say that, is ever anything that you want to bring up with the group? I can be the middleman for you. Certainly prefer this kind of job than killing things.
Well, thank you kindly.
Of course. Just get my attention whenever you need it.
All right. Thank you.
And to everyone else, of course, Juno was just barking at Nala, but he seemed to be talking to it.
I guess this is Juno's voice now.
Perfect.
Incredible.
All right. So did everybody get cool things at level 10 and I just got spell slots?
That tends to happen with casters, yes. Whenever
Well,
you get a new spell, that
I
is
didn't
your entire
actually
class
get
feature.
much.
I got immunity to poison and disease.
I did get more expertise.
Oh, that's good.
And I think I picked perception and performance for expertise.
But yeah,
So maybe you just
level 11 will be something that you get just a
Yeah.
spell.
The actual feature that I got was that my brain is encrypted and it hurts to try and read. But I rejiggered a lot of stuff. It's like level 10 was interesting.
Mhm.
I got a thing I've been waiting for,
what?
which is my giant smite damage dice increasing.
Yeah.
Is that level 10?
That's
Yep.
level 10.
Nice.
So I now do a D8 instead of a D6 on that, and when I two-hand, I get 2D8 once per turn.
Yep.
Which is good that it's that instead of every hit, because that'd be pretty busted.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I just got a spell slot and a new meta magic, which is kind of like a side grade more than an upgrade.
Yeah, I got kind of a side grade too. Just expertise. And I think I already had expertise in the things that I wanted, so I was like, I don't know what to do now.
And around.
More expertise.
More expertise.
Nala goes off to sleep.
Okay.
Alright. I guess that's enough of the creepy druid stuff happening.
So that night, do we want to try and check around the bend? Or do we want to do that before we leave in the morning?
Oh, and I will note as well, that was a day of travel, so that's a day of downtime for those doing research downtime. Oh, yeah. Very much so.
Woo!
But yes, the question about the bend, sorry.
I'm 10% there.
Yeah, I'll go back to doing research on how enormously large Droth's hammer could be.
Right.
55%.
I will note there is still 1 day of research to be done before the amphibious wagon can be created, but
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah,
But we
I'll
also don't
spend-
even have, like,
you got more days
the
of travel.
materials.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend the day just finishing that up so we don't forget it, if I
Sweet.
can. And then, yeah, I'll spend the night on hammer sizes.
Nick, have you noticed the size of Cutie's teefies?
They're big.
They're so cute, though.
I know, they're cute, but she bites me with them.
Oh, she
that
doesn't
extra
mean
better?
to.
So that night
I
before we go to
just-
bed, Carrick is gonna go in the car and be like, "So do you wanna try and check this out tonight? I can make us both invisible."
Nakarth? Maybe muted.
Kieran?
Kieran? Kieran? Kieran? Kieran? Kieran?
Bruh.
I think he's just gone.
Yeah. No, he'd yell at me at this point.
I guess we'll do it in the morning.
Finding a replacement.
All right.
I'm not quiet.
So off to bed then. Is it just Leroy staying up or is someone else helping with watch?
Carrick will get up and do the morning shift early.
Okay. So let's take one roll from Leroy now for the first bit of the night.
And at some point in the night, I would like to contact Other Plane for what's it called, just to see if we can get any information from Leon, if he's an extraplanar being, or anyone who will listen then, about whether the Silver Flame are coming for us still.
Okay. I am bringing up that spell.
Oh, sorry, I should have just thrown it.
Oh, it's okay. I've got it. I'm just
Brandon.
reading it.
All right.
It's not one I am innately familiar with.
Everyone
so-
else.
Okay, so go ahead and make that intelligence saving throw to start then.
All right, intelligence.
Barely pass.
Easy.
I'm so tempted to spend a fate die on that. Little lols.
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm not going to be that much of a dick.
Funny.
I mean, I'm not that invested in it, so
Well,
if you want, you can.
If you fail that, you take 66 psychic 6d6, not 6d. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean. And you are insane until you finish a long rest, in which you can't cast. You can't take actions or understand what other people say, etc.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
Right
like
before you take a
before
rest.
I finish
Yeah.
a long rest.
Yeah. Well, you passed it, so either way.
Yeah.
Still thinking about it.
Yes.
Well, I am I'm considering the wording of the spell because it doesn't say you choose the entity, but it also doesn't say you don't. So I'm not sure if that is. I'm not sure if you even know what entity you contact or if you just get answers back.
Honestly,
it doesn't say you.
Within the way Leroy works, he would just be opening himself to the universe and
Yeah.
reaching out.
It never
normally
mentions
feeds into Leon.
anywhere that you would know what entity you're contacting. So yeah, go ahead and ask your 5 questions.
All right. So question 1: is the Silver Flame planning to intercept us before we reach Thaliost? Do I get my answers one at a time?
Yes. So is the Silver Flame planning to intercept before Thaliost? I would love to have really good flavor for this, but I'm just going to give you the answers directly, because I didn't prepare this ahead of time. But I will try to think of that in the future if this is going to be a regular thing for Leroy. So I will say, however the answer comes to you, it comes back as unclear.
Clear. Okay. And actually, that's I didn't realize I get to ask 5 questions.
Up to 5, so that could be the only one.
Ask some otherworldly questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess I could ask, am I the operator?
The operator?
The answer comes back
This is
yes.
the Leroy thing. All right, good to have confirmation on that. I guess I could ask advice stuff. Are we doing the right thing?
The answer comes back unclear.
So many of my questions are going to be unclears. Is there...
Or actually, it says words such as this. So the answer comes back, clarify.
Clarify. Doing the right thing. Are we on the side of goodness?
Maybe.
Try again later.
Imagine the fucking answer is never.
You have never done a single good thing.
The answer comes back irrelevant.
Okay.
Oh.
And my final question will be, is there a militant tribe of Warforged in the Mournland?
the answer comes back yes.
All right. Thank you. I think it's 5,
Ooh.
right?
And the spell ends.
Oh,
And you
what?
feel an intense amount of
wow,
strain on your
spicy.
mind, Leroy, as you were posing these questions and getting answers back. And you feel like you barely held it together during that process, but you managed. And you got some information.
It was rough, but got there.
Nick, I think I made the cat high.
What, did you smoke weed in its
God
face?
damn it.
No, I gave her nip.
Oh, that's probably better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give her like fucking marijuana. What?
So, Leroy,
Yeah.
One of my old friends used to like blow the smoke in your dog's face.
ugh.
That's so mean to do
Not
to
a great
the
thing.
animal.
So, Leroy,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you cast a spell right at the start of the watch, I assume, if you were intending to have a long rest come
Yeah,
after it.
something around there.
Okay. So then you got a
Yeah.
19 on perception. So while you're doing
Oh.
your research, you keep an eye out around you. And again, fortunately, this area is pretty flat. There's the forest to the north that you can pretty clearly see. But that's the only real feature you see around you at the moment.
All right.
So at this point, Karik wakes up to join you for the watch. So if I could have Karik do a perception check, please, to join in.
Karik rolled a 16.
Okay. And I'll have Leroy's 19 roll over. That's fine. So together you keep watch. Karik, you're up early in the morning instead of staying up late like before, and you watch Leroy going about his research business while also keeping an eye on the surrounding, but it seems like he's a little more sluggish than normal, as if he's distracted. But he still seems to be keeping a pretty good eye out with you, and whenever you look back at him, he's always glancing up away from his research to look at the horizon, then back down again. But for the period of the watch that you're together, you don't notice anything peculiar. Although, near the end of the watch, a light amount of rain starts to fall. And the rest of you wake up. Benefits of a long rest, etc., etc. You guys knocked off food for the past 2 days, by the way?
Ooh.
I will do that right now.
Well, do we still have party food?
Should still have party food. If no one has done it yet, I'll do it real quick. So there are now 15 days of food remaining.
I would say that's me, but I think I purposefully avoided having to track that.
That's okay. As long as we get it eventually, it's fine. So that was 2 days down for the day of the showdown and this second day of travel. Nala takes the reins of the wagon. Shall we get going then, or does anyone have anything else they need to finish before we go? Any other morning activities?
Eli climbs aboard the and sits next to Nala and says like, Can I ride with you today?
That's fine. It's a bit wet up here thanks to the rain, but you're always welcome.
It's fine. I can handle a little bit of wetness. He says as he just goes, Achoo!
Nala notably is not wearing winter clothing despite the cold and the rain, though he has a bit of fur on him, just naturally.
Here, are you cold at all, Nala?
Cold never really bothered me, and ever since I've tried to get closer to nature, it's bothered me even less, thanks to this. Well, I assume this is the spirit of the bear has helped me grow this hair that my people normally does not.
You know, that would make a really catchy song. You know, the cold never bothered me. Anyway.
No.
Don't
No.
you dare.
No.
God.
Guess what our next
We're not playing. We're not playing that kind
inspiration
of
song's
campaign.
gonna be,
No.
guys?
No.
Let me just roll the random encounter table real quick for that one. No. Okay.
You all take 300 psychic damage.
Oh, what do you know?
You didn't-
Yetis!
Yeti!
All right. Anything else before you guys depart for the morning?
Well, I'll
Drost
announce
is-
to the party. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Drost.
Oh no, yours is more important. I guarantee it.
So I tried out a new spell last night, which allowed me to gain some information about the world. And I think it probably would be wise for me to do it in company going forward, since it took something of a tax on my mind. But it was a successful test. And I was able to learn that there's some sort of tribe of Warforged drilling in the Mournlands. If you have questions you'd like me to ask with this spell, I don't know who I'm asking, to be clear, but it might be worth mentioning them to me. I can do it before we all go to sleep.
Alright, I'll think about it.
Anyway, what were you going to say, Drost?
Oh. Drost had patted his leg and Juno hopped up on his lap and he's just chilling in one of the giant-sized chairs in the back with Juno just chilling.
This is equally, if not more important.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, the dog fits on one leg.
Yeah.
Good boy.
I'm a girl!
Juno barks with no one understanding it.
Good boy.
All right, so wagon starts moving. And
Woo!
is anyone? You're all doing research during the travel?
Yes.
Yeah, Eli's occasionally asking Nala to pick a card, any card. And
Okay.
he shuffles it back in the deck and then tries to do a little sleight of hand trick
Okay.
We
Nala will
are
help with that.
moving.
to practice
We're-
his little
We are
downtime
moving past the
activities.
castle today, yes?
The
Should we be
castle is
watching?
the castle is multiple days travel south of where you'll be passing.
Should we be checking to see if someone starts telling us?
I can go for a little
Yeah,
run with
it would.
Juno if you want.
Almost definitely.
Or I just mean keeping an eye out in general.
Well, I can keep an eye out while we drive, but I can't promise that I'll be as attentive as a dedicated watch.
Maybe I'll
I can
just
keep an eye out.
maybe I'll just hang out up top today with the shield.
We appreciate it.
Alright, I'll grab the shield and Drost will park on top
Okay.
in a lawn chair or
And-
something and just keep an eye out.
Is Eli also making a check here instead of research, or are you gonna stick to your research and let Drost keep watch?
If Drost is doing it, I'll just do my research.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Drost, to keep watch.
Alright. Now... Oh god, now I actually have to look and see if I have the shield equipped or not.
Well, I give it back to you every morning.
I know, but I have to look at what it does. Like,
Oh.
see, you have advantage on perception. Okay, so it's just advantage on perception checks. Isn't it also a bonus to my passive? I think it is, but
Does it say it on there?
I think advantage just gives you a bonus to your passive, right?
It may.
I think it gives you a +5.
advantage.
That's
That
what I
is
was
it.
thinking it
Either way,
was.
that's a girthy check. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
If the creature has advantage, add 5.
there you go.
Oh yeah, okay, that's why it
That's
puts
a
me
lot.
up to 18 normally.
Well, I'm sure you're not upset with the 24 instead of an 18.
Yeah.
All right. So, Drost, while you look around, you focus a lot of your attention to the south, the southeast, and eventually directly towards the south as you make more progress during the day to make sure that anything coming from Silvercliff potentially isn't threatening. You don't see anything coming from that direction, but partway through the day, about midday, you happen to glance around you as well, just keeping a good watch in general. And from the north, you see several mounted figures approaching.
Motherfucker!
I will immediately alert the group. Several figures approaching from the north. Did I see what they look like, or were they too far away?
With Drost's eyesight, you have the Sentinel Shield, which is helping you keep an eye out for things, but they're far enough away, you caught them so far away you can't make out details yet. But they are not on the road, they're coming directly from north.
Carrick is gonna immediately hearing that pop his head out the front and look through his eagle eye lenses.
Okay, so those give you perception bonuses. Do they have anything about distance for vision specifically?
Yes.
They do. Let me read it. It says, in conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Okay. From how far away? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
It doesn't say an exact.
It just says
distance.
very
It just
far.
says extremely distant.
We'll take it then. That's fine. So you do see mounted figures. And you said details up to 2 feet across. Was that? Sorry,
Yes.
Okay. So you probably wouldn't be able to figure out anything like facial features or what they're wearing. But you can make out silhouettes, I'd say. This appears to be a band of 16 mounted figures. And none of them look particularly large. None of them look like Goliaths or anything. They're all pretty standard medium size, although they do kind of vary in size a bit. Some of them are a bit stockier, some of them appear a bit thinner and lankier. But they all appear to be wearing somewhat camouflaged clothing. Nothing fancy. It appears to be mostly gear that is like traveling gear. And they are indeed heading towards your cart. At this point, they're still quite a ways away.
All 16 mounted, no carts.
No carts, just on mounts.
We got company, guys. We got 16 mounted riders. I don't think they're Silver Flame though.
I really hope they're not Silver Flame.
Then perhaps they can be reasoned with.
Do they seem to be pursuing us, or just there?
I don't know, but they're coming our way.
Perhaps it's simply a patrol. Let's keep Eli. You want to stay up front to speak to them for us?
I don't think they were a patrol, though. They were coming from off the road.
Do you want me to run?
No, let's stick together. If we have to fight, we fight with you.
Yeah, I guess if they're not Silver Flame, then we don't need to worry so much about my presence.
I mean, you never know in these parts.
No, I'll say I'm not hiding my face.
Let's just see what happens.
Let Eli do the talking, though.
I can do the talking.
They can just melt theirs. It's fine.
I mean, I am sitting next to Nala here, so Nala can just play the role of the person that doesn't speak. If Nala wants to, of course.
Kirik is gonna just sit up front and cast Disguise Self and just make him look like a dwarf. Some
Okay.
your average dwarf.
So you lose like what? You can go about a foot shorter, which is probably about dwarfish height, because they're not super small.
Yeah.
All right. And they are indeed approaching now. They're not upon you yet, but they're close enough now that Karik, with your eagle eyes, you're starting to be able to make out details on them. No one else can see yet, but while they are all humanoid, they don't all appear to have perfectly humanoid features. The colors of their skin appears to be like some of them have fur, or some of them are sort of a weird off color that the humanoid races don't usually take. Sort of grays and such that you would expect of a Goliath, but in a smaller form.
These guys are weird.
Their eyes are weird colors. Some of them are large and seem to reflect the light in weird ways. And it's hard to make out perfect facial features from here, but kind of the shapes of their heads don't appear perfectly human either. And go ahead and roll me just an intelligence check, we'll say. It's a fairly low DC for Karik.
20 total.
Okay. Karik would indeed have heard of these people before. These are shifters. So these are... Good.
I was just about to say, I think these are a band of shifters. Animal-like people.
I don't really know what that means.
Well, that sounds like we'd probably have
You'll
a
see.
common enemy.
So likely not on this side of the people who hate changelings.
I was gonna say, if they Silver Flame hates changelings, I can't imagine they feel great about shifters, so... Actually, wait. Can I, Jordan, with my history or anything, do I know anything about the kind of the status of shifters among the
Sure.
Thrain Silver Flame culture?
Yeah, a history would be applicable. Since you're local. Okay. So you would have heard rumors, at the very least, that the Silverwood is, unfortunately phrased, as you've heard it, infested with shifters. And that, yeah, they're not looked upon incredibly fondly by the church. Though not as negatively as changelings, they're still negative. The church assumes you would know that shifters are born of lycanthropy, which is why they are frowned upon. But the shifters themselves, you've heard, argue that their beast-like form comes from spirits of nature intervening instead on the more positive side. The church doesn't hear any of that. So you know there's some contention there, and that, yes, shifters would indeed come from the Silverwood in this area.
Okay. Well, I say we meet them. Yeah, I relay everything we just heard to the party.
All right.
As they approach, Milos is going to cast False Life. Just in case.
Okay. How does Milos cast that? Just as a narrative description, like a salve you paste over yourself, or like what's the
probably?
Okay, perfect. Yeah. You just apply like a bit of salve over your cheeks and things like that. Get a layer of something on. Which
it's not rolling for me, so I'll roll for it.
Yes. Max? No, not quite max roll. Pretty close to max, but that's good.
Nice.
All right.
I guess Eli will wave as soon as they get close enough to see him.
Yes, and as they get closer, half of them, 8 of them, sort of split off from the group and cut back slightly so that they end up behind the cart and then loop around to the other side of the road so that the cart is surrounded.
Hey, that's not cool.
And then the ones at the front start to draw in towards the horses to kind of get in front of the wagon, and Nala starts to slow the wagon down.
Well, hi there.
Almost at the same time as you say that, a very burly voice booms out from one of the ones at the front and says, "You should stop the wagon now." And Nala begins to
Fair
slow it
enough.
down.
I mean, we're in the process of it. What can I do for you today?
Actually, while this is happening, can I just summon the visage and lean out the window and like insight check? Like, are these guys ready for violence or?
Yeah,
what's
go
up?
ahead and roll insight.
They're gonna raid our fucking cart. I just know it.
Let's see. 14 plus, what the fuck is my insight? 8. 22.
Okay, yeah, easily. You take one glance at them, and like, as the visage is coming up, you hardly even need it. These guys are definitely ready for violence.
Ah, fuck.
Well, shit.
Well, they're ready, but we don't have to be violent.
Yes.
Well,
So
better convince them quick.
the wagon comes close to a stop, and it seems like, Eli, so far your words, they haven't responded to them. And as the wagon does come to a stop, some of them continue to very slowly trot around the wagon in a circle, while a few more get a bit closer. And the one that gave out a sort of gruff voice before, you would almost mistake him for a half-orc if his head wasn't so kind of blocky and his body wasn't so kind of hunched and strange. But he has 2 large tusks coming out of the lower jaw upwards. His nose is very large, and he has kind of bristly black hair that goes down his neck. He hops off his horse to come up to the cart and says, "Well,
It's a lovely weather we're having, isn't it?
it is not. No, it is raining.
Oh,
It's
a
pretty
little rain
cold
never
out
hurt
here."
nobody.
Let's not play too positive here.
Well, I think you already know what this is about. Cart like this, you gotta be merchants, right? So, what do they usually say? Your money or your life?
Oh, I see what's happening here.
Wait, does that
so-
sound like this is something he normally does?
Roll insight.
Okay.
I'll
I'm just
hold
listening
off
from
on
inside.
my talk before.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh, holy shit, 28. Not 20.
Okay. It seems like this is something he's very familiar with, and he's being sarcastic.
Facetious. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's toying with you. Yeah. He is so used to robbing people that he's playing with his food.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, time to bring out the guns.
Hold on. Bruh.
I'm waiting.
I am talking.
Okay.
What kind of
Sorry.
merchants are you all,
I
anyways?
start watching.
I see what's. So I'm sorry. You're actually mistaken. We're actually a group of adventurers known as the Strangers.
Even better then. I assume you'll have plenty of coin on you.
We actually don't have a lot of coin at the moment.
Roll me a deception check.
Is it? I thought we were broke.
Like
25.
Like 50 gold pieces is a lot of money.
Oh.
Alright, he's gonna roll insight on that. Ooh. 23.
All right. Yeah,
Nah.
we actually
Uh,
are kind of short on the coin right now, but yeah, we actually if you want to like get some coin, we have like
Well-
a crate of drugs we can trade you,
What?
and like,
well,
you could totally sell that, you know?
well, let me start first. First of all, you don't have a lot of coin, then surely it must not be too much of a burden for you to part with it in exchange for your life.
Well, I actually kind of like my little bit of coin that I have. Thank you very much. Now, I don't know what y'all are thinking you're doing. Like, it's a bit weird, but we've just got into a fight with the the silver
Silver Flame.
the flame people. Yeah, the silver flame. There's this crazy bitch that keeps coming after us. And we don't really want to like do the same to you, like like we did to her, and yeah. So you know, we can totally do a trade of these drugs, and you can take them off our hands and go
Hold
make
off.
some money that way.
Hold off for a moment and roll an intimidation check.
Oh, all right. I'm actually not proficient in that one. Aha, nat 20!
Don't worry about it. Also, are you trying to give away our drugs for no money?
I don't want these drugs anywhere near the cart anymore, guys.
Think of how many thousand gold we could get for that.
I don't want
For
them.
one
So
violet
you-
that is worth like 100.
Get the lawful good character out of here. Get her out. Get her
So-
out. Throw her out.
You need alignment surgery.
So he responds.
Okay.
So you fought with the Silver Flame and survived.
Oh yeah, we actually fought them twice and survived. It was actually pretty easy. I didn't even get a scratch on me.
Yeah, there was
might
this
say we
woman
won.
called Argent something.
Ha!
And she was a pain, really.
Oh yeah, she was a big pain.
You all must be telling a tall tale, but the very fact that you would even tell such a tale speaks of your boldness. So I think I like you. What are these drugs you're speaking of?
God damn
I
it.
don't have any drugs.
Well, hold on
You
one
are
second.
in the cart. Eli is outside.
I
Eli
said
and
I
Nala.
said I
Okay.
stepped outside.
I lost that in the confusion. I apologize. There was a lot of
I
things happening.
specified.
I think I am still on top, just watching.
Yeah, Dross would be on top.
Just sitting there with his hand.
Guys, what
Faye is
So-
what kind of drugs do we
Sorry,
have?
rolling back then, what did Leroy say? Now that I know he's outside? I wasn't picturing that in my head. So.
Oh, he was helping her by him rather by saying, you know, like, oh, it was the Silver Flame, and there was this woman called Argent something or other,
Right.
and then is protesting the giving away of our drugs that we worked so hard for.
Well, I'm very interested to hear about these drugs.
Yeah. Guys, I wasn't actually here when they acquired them. So I need to you know, talk to my other friend. Hey guys, what kind of drugs are they again? Don't everybody speak at once now.
Well, I'm not sure really. See,
You guys don't know?
I'm okay. I will interject and I'll say, well, they're.
So
I
Faye is
assume in
coming out as
character,
well.
I remember.
I'm assuming that.
Oh, I've been.
Oh, is everybody out of the cart? Who's in the cart? I think I've missed all of this and all of the confusion.
Faye intended.
I think Carrick popped out at the beginning.
Okay.
I feel
My
like
list
you've all
is like
just
near a door
slowly
but
been coming
inside.
out.
Okay. I'll just assume
When you
everybody
start
is.
showing I like you, I'll start like climbing out the window and getting
Okay.
on top.
I'll assume everyone is in various stages of coming out of the cart then. Just for confirmation.
That's what I'm assuming.
Okay. So what was Faye saying? Sorry?
I was going to say that. It just and probably describing it with more memory than I have, but yeah, they're like, you know, they're black market drugs. They, you know, contain the soul or whatever. I'm kind of really upplaying about how they are very fucking dark to kind of convey some, not necessarily intimidation, but like
Trying to
we're
upsell
not
them a bit. Like,
petty
this.
merchants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
roll me persuasion.
and I am. I don't. I don't remember exactly the wording. Here, I'm finding my
And
prescription.
I'll throw in that it's called Blood Gin.
Okay.
Jesus, the crit this session.
Hey, nat 20 again.
Okay.
Look at us.
He rolled a nat 20 on his intelligence check to see if he knows what bludgeon is, so he does.
How many? I'm gonna count the nat 20s from this session.
I'm
We're up to 4.
There are a lot.
I think so.
I also had one.
Ooh,
That's on the chat.
There's
Where?
3 that I can see.
and
Okay,
just
go for it.
depending on what Eli actually said, I just want the understanding to be there. We are not giving these away. This is a trade.
For sure.
We'll get to
Oh,
that.
that-
We'll get to that. You've been describing them so
Okay.
far. I mean, to him, it's not a trade anyways. This is a robbery. You haven't
Mhm.
convinced him of that yet. So, but we'll start with mention the drugs, and he'll say, blood gin. I think y'all are my kind of adventurers. Tussling with the Silver Flame and carrying illegal black market drugs of that caliber.
Indeed. But remember, our lives are not your stake in this trade, for they are ours to give.
Ooh, that's a good line too. I need to write that down.
So you better come up with something good.
I see. Is that a threat then?
Well, let's just say that if you try to take our lives as part of
Well,
this
hold
trade,
on. Let
you would
me
legally win.
go in the back and take out and at least show them the goods before we come up with a trade. And
I really
Eli,
think you'll.
Let's leave the
Hmm.
material in the cart.
Let's not get them out yet.
I was gonna. Okay.
If you don't want to trade us fairly, and you just want to try and take our lives for it, well, we'll just get what's on your bodies anyways.
You guys are gonna waste my nat 20?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
So I suggest we do this the right way.
I'm telepathically gonna ask Eli what his plan is.
Eli's gonna telepathically say, only give him a smidgen of the drugs and put the rest in fucking the other guy's bag of holding. What the fuck do you mean? I've been practicing sleight of hand, my friend.
That's a good plan.
That is fair. I will relate this to the other interlocutors other than the bad guy.
All right. Well, he's still going to respond to Carrick real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like good business sense to me on you, friend. Well, I will say I am very confident in myself and all of my companions' abilities. But I appreciate your boldness. We can't leave here empty-handed.
Yeah, all right. Hold on. I'll go get it for you. Hold on. I'm gonna go inside and have Milos either be inside with me or come inside too. Milos, come here and help me.
How empty are you right now?
At this point, Dross has taken off the shield and put it on the roof of the cart.
Sorry, what did you say, Kark?
How empty are you right now?
Empty-handed, you mean?
We have enough supplies to sustain ourselves, you see, but this time of year, it's a bit of trouble getting the people back home what they need.
My
I'm
point
sure you
is, you have,
understand.
of course, but my point is, you have enough to make this trade worthwhile.
And how would that be?
So
Well, we're certainly not going to give you these drugs for free.
Oh my gosh! Fuck off. In the cart, how much drugs do these people have now?
Like a crate or two, I think.
There's it's a full crate.
You had a crate,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah. The other crate was full of stolen art.
Right.
All right. And in the crate, are they in kilos, like cocaine is?
They're in small vials,
They're in vials.
like nips, basically.
Small vials. All right. So I'm gonna quickly shove 3/4 of the vials in Milos's bag of holding.
Milos is not going to allow the drugs to be put in the bag of holding because a limited amount of cursed shit is going in the bag of holding.
Well, they're not technically cursed.
And
Milos, they're sealed. They're sealed, Milos. It's not gonna leak in your bag of holding. Just open it up. I'll get you another one.
Eli, please make me a stealth check.
I can make a stealth check for you. Ah, that's a 14. That's a little bad.
It's taken mighty long to get those drugs out of the bag, huh?
Well,
Don't we
they
still have
are
Titans outside
well
the cart?
secured.
Yeah, a lot of shit back here, man.
You would have the Titans. outside the cart, yes.
Eli yells out and he goes, "They're in a locked chest." And what? Hold on, I'm cracking it open now.
Oh, did you not bring the key? Oh, I have that. I'm gonna go back and pretend to hand her a key and come back. Him a key. Heck.
Oh, this is a lot faster than just lock picking.
Sorry, our drug dealing skills are less than our adventuring skills.
I will also say, Carrick, please make me a persuasion check when you were saying we're not going to give you these drugs for free.
Oh no, I'm the face of the party. Kirk, why are you being like this?
You are inside the cart currently getting the drugs.
I know, Carrick, why are you doing this?
I rolled a
natural 20, right?
I have a +0, so I rolled a 12.
Okay. Well,
okay.
You see, my friend with a good business sense. What's your name, by the way?
Carrick. What's yours?
Oh.
I'm Tusk. I hope you understand. This isn't... He kind of pauses to think for a minute, as if he's trying to choose his words carefully. We do a lot of shakedowns on these roads, but trust me when I say it's not for profit.
I have a chest in my inventory, Jordan.
Yep.
Do you mind if I put the vials that I have in this small chest that I have in my inventory?
So how much of the... We'll get to that in a second, I guess. Let me finish the statement at least.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good.
I thought you were done. Sorry.
He keeps pausing to think as part of it. Like he's kind of... This isn't
okay.
what he's used to saying. He's not used to a party of people being this stubborn about giving up things when challenged with this many armed men. Well, I will say to you, if it persuades you at all, if you are telling the truth about coming into contact with the Silver Flame and not being in their good graces, they come after us all the time. It makes it very difficult for us to survive. So these are the ends that we have to come to in order to gather supplies so that our families can eat. We cannot leave here without taking something.
From in the cart, you just hear Eli yell out, "Oh, we hate those guys!"
I'm sure many do.
DM,
yes.
DM, eyeing them over. What kind of gear are they rocking?
Sure, make me a perception check.
Okay, without my shield.
Actually, I'd say this is investigation. So you're looking at closer details.
Also, from through the windows inside the cart, would I be able to tell how far away they are?
Yeah, they're circling around the cart, roughly I get, because the cart's so large, about 30 feet from the center of the cart in a circle around it. There's some closer inside the circle and some outside it. But there's some of them are still trotting around the outside, and some of them are kind of scattered about here and there. Most of them are still on their mounts. A couple of them have gone down. Yeah, so he continues saying, honestly, if we don't gather enough while we're out here, then we and our families might not survive. So I'm sure you can understand that we are willing to fight to the death over this.
Well, let's not get to that point, because then if you don't survive, then your family's not going to survive, and that's not very smart. You hear from inside the cart.
Faye is gonna talk to him briefly and say, I understand that we're on a long journey and we need our supplies, and I understand more than anyone here the impact of the silver flame on your people. Would you trade in blood instead of some meager change here today? Because I would, especially if there's any way in which we could help to knock out a pillar of flames, especially if it's anything that particularly impacts you, then you would have my ear and our strength. As we've said, we were not deceiving you. We have almost killed one of their high-ranking officers twice now, and we would love to finish the job. So in ways we are on the same side, and I hear your plight, and if the way we need to pass today is giving some amount of gold to you, then I'm not even opposed. But I'd love to find more than that.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, if I hold Alt and then click it?
Hopefully. If not, you can click it twice. Yeah, there we go. All right.
14.
Did I get a 14 with
not
advantage?
the best.
You did.
Holy shit, a 4 and a 5. Wow. That is...
That is pretty shit.
He hears you, and as you're talking about he seems to be more convinced. I guess I'll just say this in words too. Keep mentioning that you fought with a high-ranking officer, and as I've said, that is a very bold thing to claim. But for some reason, I'm starting to trust you on that. But regardless, blood doesn't feed my family.
So,
if you have food on you, any large quantities of food, that would honestly be the best. Most people we get gold off of, and that works. But honestly, and he kind of like gestures widely at his group. It's not the easiest for us to get into towns around here to do business.
Oh! Hey guys, we should do business for them. Like, we can go shopping for them.
I wonder,
do they even have any gold to buy food with? Like,
maybe. I don't
we're
know.
not just gonna go spend our own gold to buy food for them.
Well, maybe we can work out. I don't know, man. I don't know, Milos.
Yeah,
I'm
it could
just
be
saying.
cheaper in the long run, but also we could just give them some of our food. We all have rations.
Or we could kill
if
them
we
all.
just keep enough food to get to Thaliost, and then we can just resupply in Thaliost.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Also,
I wish I could contact
to...
telepathically with Faye, and I'd tell her that. But here I am
Just
doing
pop
the
out.
vials.
Just cut it with the drugs and pop outside and tell them that if you can hear it.
Oh,
You could
all
also
right.
offer to like
You can
escort
stop
them
what you're
into
doing. Yeah.
Can Eli poke his head out and be like, well, we could always either we can go shopping for you in Thaliost and help you out that way, or also we can give you some food as long as we have enough food to make it to Thaliost. We are fine with parting with a little bit. I want you to know we want to help you out, as long as we're all civil about it, we're all kind.
Make me a persuasion check.
I can do that. Oh damn, that was a really low roll. 16.
Don't you have natural talent or reliable talent on persuasion?
Oh, I do have reliable talent, so that means it's actually like a 21.
It might be 22. I think anything a 9 or lower.
Oh yeah,
becomes
no, it's
10.
a 22. It's lower than.
Cannot
22.
roll below a 22. All right. He says.
That's actually disgusting.
Bards, man.
I don't know if you shop in Forest and Thalios will work, but if you have large quantities of food on you and you'd be willing to part with those drugs, we could maybe make some sort of a deal here, rather than this turning into trouble.
Yeah, anything to help others. Just give me 1 second. I have it ready for you.
We're not going to give him the drugs.
Oh my God! Shut up. We're giving them some. We're giving
We
them
don't
the
need to.
drug.
We don't need to give them the drugs.
Did Carrick not get the telepathic message? Is he not part of that
He
communication log?
He doesn't have to agree to it.
They said they'd rather have
True.
food.
Yeah, but he also just asked for the drugs still too.
Oh,
Yeah.
He just asked for
He's like-
drugs and food.
Why you
and
never
So,
open with
he-
having drugs?
He asked for the drugs, food, and they will make a deal with you instead of just taking it from you.
Ooh,
There you
okay.
go. All right, guys.
What kind of gear were they rocking?
Oh, right.
With a 21 investigation.
So many chains of people asking things. We'll get back around to that. Yes. So they're pretty well armed. Their armor appears to be fairly custom to kind of accommodate their abnormal body shapes and sizes and such. Some of them appear to have just staves and things that you would guess would cast from. Others are have quivers of arrows on their backs that you can see, and like the top of a bow peeking out. Tusk has a battle axe on his back, and a few others have swords and shields. But they all appear to be pretty well armed. Their armor appears to be pretty quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I put a quarter of the drugs in my chest.
Okay. And how much are you bringing out food as well?
Yeah, and we'll bring out some food. I guess. How many days travel do we have left for? Probably
2 or 3.
25. Yeah, Jordan, you'll have a better way of doing this than me.
3.5 days, just about.
3.5.
So
I'll
4,
save.
really.
I'll save 4 days worth of food for us. I don't have the food log, so I don't know what that means.
Okay. You're saving 4 days worth of food. Okay, so there are.
But I'll save the dog feed, but I won't. I'll save all of the dog feed for us, but for the cattle or the horse feed, I guess I'll also narrow it down to 4 days.
For the number of people in your party, you're bringing 11 days worth of food, and of which counts the horses, I guess. Yeah, you said that, or
yeah. We'll bring
food.
out some horse food too.
And the human food minus Leroy, he doesn't eat. Yeah, so you bring up a pretty sizable amount of food. It was probably packed into this chest alongside the drugs.
All right, so yeah, I pack it in, and then when I bring it out, I probably am having trouble lifting it anyways, but I'm gonna make it look even more dramatic and be like, trying to drag it behind me. It's like, oh, this is heavy. To just make it seem like this is the best thing for them to have right now. This is the chest that they want.
Performance check, please. And I apologize that we're going a little late. We'll end very soon. I just wanted to get through this.
I want to roll for initiative.
That's a 16! And my silver tongue does not help that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 16 still good, at least. It's just not godly. So you still give a pretty good performance, and they seem pretty convinced. A lot of them are like very carefully following. You can see their eyes are following the chest very intently as you bring it over.
All right.
Tusk kind of uses his foot to take the latch of the chest and just kick it open.
I could have opened that for you, sir.
He's just kind of like looking. He kind of like has his head tilted back a bit and is kind of looking down into the contents of the chest and says, "Well, that's all you can offer." He pulls out a pouch of sounds like coin, jingling, and he tosses it on the ground next to the chest. Then I'll offer you that in exchange.
Well, thank you kindly. And Eli picks it up and like looks in it.
Okay, so inside are gold and silver coins.
Eli nods. It's like this is good trade. I agree.
Kind of looks over the rest of the party. Well, good doing business with you then.
Carrick leans down over to Eli. How much drugs did you give them?
I look over to Carrick and I whisper, I'm gonna give him all the drugs if you don't quit cutting your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Listen, we could just beat him right now.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth.
During that whispering,
Carrick,
during that whispering, he has put the chest on the back of his horse and is beginning to like strap it down to it.
I do want to mention one thing too. If I want to offer our hospitality as heroes. If a Silver Flame's ever giving you trouble and you have a way to contact us, just let us know and we'll try to help you out if we can.
Roll me a persuasion check.
22.
Very well. I'll remember that. What do we call you all?
We're the strangers.
Strangers. And I know, Carrick, what do they call you? He gestures to you, Eli.
Oh, my name's Eli. Eli E-I-O.
Very well. We will contact one of the two of you if we ever need you. Thank you.
Have a good winter, y'all.
He climbs up onto his horse and kind of gives a quick hand signal that's like a kind of a spinny motion with his hand, and then the horses on the other side of the wagon begin to move off towards him, and they're no longer surrounding you. You have a good winter as well. And they head back off north.
Alright.
Gave away. It's so valuable.
Listen up, motherfuckers.
I wanted to cast motherfucking Conjure Barrage for the first time. Excuse you.
Y'all are so fucking trigger happy when we're surrounded by people who we don't know the strength of, and
We can
have
kill them.
Okay.
That's because we're pretty strong.
we have more than enough to donate. Also, I only gave him a quarter of the fucking drugs.
You know what? Fuck it.
Before...
I am casting Conjure Barrage out the window.
Okay, just
Why?
letting out the frustration. Go ahead and describe it before we close.
I will spin one. I'll take a bolt out of my bag, spin it around my finger, and then snap it into shards. And a cone of identical arrows flies out the window of the cart for about 60 meters into a group of horses and shifters.
Oh, you fired at them?
Dude,
Yeah.
what?
What?
Okay, then we will be picking up next. We will be picking up.
I thought you were hitting the air, not them.
We will pick up
yeah,
next
God.
session with initiative then.
I never said I was good.
Okay. Cool. We'll pick up from there then.